They say some towns are built from stone and timber, but Ravenhurst was built from shadow and memory. It wasn't found on any map. It didn't rise from a settlement or kingdom. It simply appeared at 3 o'clock in the morning on Halloween night. No one remembers the year. One moment, there was fog, heavy, endless, swallowing the horizon. And in the next, there were streets. Lanterns flickered to life. Windows glowed in homes that had never been built. And at the center of it all stood the clock tower. Its face glimmered faintly, its hands fixed forever at 3. It has never moved since, never chimed, never ticked. It simply stands there, vast and silent, as if time itself was caught in its own reflection. That is the hour Ravenhurst was born into, the eternal moment between, the hour when the veil trembles and the worlds on either side of it almost remember each other. I am Nathaniel, keeper of the Clock Tower Library. The books here are not written by mortal hands. They appear when they will, bound in dust and moonlight, their spines marked by a sigil, a clock face frozen at 3, and a spider suspended beneath its hands. Each bears the same author's name. Clock strikes 3. No one has ever seen them. Yet their will shapes everything that happens here. Some call them gods of the in-between. Others believe they are many voices speaking through one hand. I only know this. Whenever a new book arrives, Ravenhurst shifts. A door that was never there before stands open. A raven lands on the sill and stares through the glass, and the air grows heavier, as if the town itself has just taken a breath. Ravenhurst exists in the seam between worlds, between waking and dream, between life and whatever comes after. It is always autumn here. The sky wears the same pale moon. The air smells faintly of smoke, candle wax, and rain, and the streets, slick with mist, remember every footstep that's ever crossed them. Those who live here did not all come by choice. Some were called, some were lost, and some simply slipped between heartbeats and found themselves here. If you listen closely on quiet nights, you can hear the faint sound of an accordion drifting through the square. That means the headless baker is at work again, a towering figure in a flour-dusted apron, his hands graceful and tireless. He spends his nights at the Witch's Brew, a café owned by the witches who tend to its hearth. He has no head, no eyes, no mouth, yet his baking is flawless. Every motion is instinct, every pastry a spell, a tart for courage, a scone for forgetting, a croissant for dreams you thought you'd lost. They say he was created by a witch who perished in the orchard of echoes, devoured by the fruit she sought to taste. And though she never returned, her creation did, walking through the fog until he reached the cafe doors. He has baked there ever since, as if the act itself keeps her memory alive. Farther east, where the mist turns blue and the air smells faintly of iron and earth, stands the Ravenhurst Conservatory, a vast greenhouse of shadowed glass and curling vines. This is where Mallory, the Rose Mother, tends her living magic. She is the healer of Ravenhurst, bound to the black roses that bloom only beneath our moon. Her garden glows faintly, every petal shimmering like obsidian lit from within. The roses hum with quiet life, their magic old, patient, and heavy with memory. When someone in Ravenhurst is wounded, body, heart, or soul, it is Mallory who tends to them. But the price of her gift is solitude. The roses feed on her vitality. Their thorns drink her sorrow. Some say that's why she rarely smiles, because the flowers take as much as they give. Still, she remains, whispering to her garden in the language of the old world. Her touch, coaxing life where death once lingered. It's said that when her hands brush a fallen petal, it blooms again, black as midnight, soft as forgiveness. Beyond her gate stands the eternal oak, its massive roots sinking deep into the foundations of the town. No one knows how far they reach, but the ravens nest there, thousands of them. They are not just birds. They are the watchers, the enforcers, the keepers of balance. They see what we cannot. They remember what we forget. When they gather on rooftops, someone's fate is being measured. When they circle above the clock tower, it means a new story is about to be written, or an old one is ready to end. They are the eyes of clock strikes 3, and perhaps its conscience. The rest of Ravenhurst is alive with beings who would be monsters elsewhere. But here, they are simply neighbors. Witches who weave their spells in lamplight. Ghosts who drift through their former homes, reliving the warmth of old memories. Vampires who sip from silver chalices and laugh like thunder in candlelit halls. Werewolves who guard the graveyard gates instead of hunting within them. Mermaids who haunt the flooded catacombs beneath the chapel, their songs soft as morning bells. Even the sentient dead, the quiet, careful ones, who keep the apothecaries running and ensure hearts continue to beat, just slowly enough to matter. Here, magic is not performance. It's the language of existence itself. It hums in the walls, seeps through the stones, and curls around you like smoke. Even your shadow feels heavier here, as though it knows something you do not. But Ravenhurst is not alone. It has always been tethered to another world, the mundane, your world. Every story told here casts its reflection there. Every crow perched on your fence, every chill that crawls your spine when no one's behind you. That is us, whispering through the veil. Sometimes, one of you notices. You'll hear the soft creak of a clock that's never worked. You'll dream of a town you've never visited, yet wake up knowing its streets. When that happens, it means the veil has shifted, and our worlds have brushed once again. There are places in your realm that echo ours. Fog-drowned alleys, forgotten houses, lonely roads where the moonlight feels too still. Those are reflections, thin points between the worlds. Step too close when the clock would strike 3, and you might not come back the same. The longer you stay in Ravenhurst, the more it learns you. It memorizes your voice, it studies your dreams, and one day you may find your name written in one of my books. A story that hasn't happened yet, but soon will. That's how Ravenhurst welcomes its own. But lately, something is stirring. The air tastes different. The stories are shifting. Even the ravens have begun to watch the skies. Whatever sleeps beneath the roots of the eternal oak is beginning to wake. And when it does, we will need help from beyond the veil. From the mundane, from you. That's why you've heard this story. Why it found you through the fog and the distance. Because Ravenhurst is reaching out, and you, for reasons even the ravens don't yet understand, have heard the call. So if you ever dream of a town wrapped in perpetual twilight, where the lamps burn without flame, and the air hums with secrets older than memory, know that you have brushed against Ravenhurst. If a raven lingers too long on your windowsill, or you feel the world pause just for a heartbeat, it means the veil has trembled, and our story is trying to reach you. Because there are things moving in the dark again, cryptids and creatures that once slumbered, monsters who no longer fear the silence of the clock. The town is waking, and the next chapter has already begun. So keep your lantern close and your courage closer still. For when the clock would strike 3 again, the veil will open wider than ever before. And when it does, Ravenhurst will be waiting. Thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe to be first to see future videos in this series. And if you want exclusive Ravenhurst content, join our mailing list. The link is in our description. Until next time. Stay spooky.